Please switch off your camera.
Good evening, all, and thank you for spending some time with us today. Welcome to Taiwan Career and Education Webinar Series, Day 2, hosted by Taiwan Malayali Association in associating with Sacred Heart College, Devara, an educational consultant and career counselor, mentors for you, and myself, Anok. Let me introduce you the webinar structure. The speech is designed for 20 minutes PowerPoint presentation, and after that PowerPoint presentation, you can enter the questions or doubts at the comment section of the live streaming. Once the talk has been finished, there will be a question and answer section for another 30 minutes. If our discussion is going beyond 30 minutes, we will stop then and we'll do a separate video for the unaddressed questions and telecast soon. Today we have two webinar speeches, and the first one is scholarships to pursue higher education in Taiwan. As you all know, scholarships that assist or cover costs of pursuing a higher education provide a number of benefits for recipients. From reducing the financial burden of the rising cost of a college education to allow students more time and energy to focus on their career rather than part-time work. Scholarships are one piece in the puzzle of what creates a strong foundation for supporting students in their success in pursuing a degree and furthermore completing that degree. Moreover, it can boost a student's confidence in their ability to work toward a better future. So, this presentation will give the details of different kinds of scholarships available in Taiwan, how and who can apply for that, etc. And our speaker is Miss Kavya. She did her bachelor in nanoscience from Sarah Tucker College, MS University, Tirunelveli. Then she completed her post-graduation in nanoscience and technology from Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. Now she is doing her PhD in nano optoelectronics in the Department of Material Science and Engineering at the National Taiwan University. Now I would like to welcome Ms. Kavya for the presentation. Kavya, please.
Thank you, Dr. Anok, for a wonderful introduction of me. So, I am Kavya Nair Jayakumaran, and I am a PhD scholar in National Taiwan University doing my research in nano-optoelectronics. So, as you all know, when we come abroad to pursue a degree, scholarship is a very important criteria which a student must receive so that they can easily handle their research timing, and in fact they can even save their time to do their research more instead of doing part-time jobs. So let's not waste the time and directly get into the topic. So regarding choosing a scholarship, we must be clear about few topics, or we must be clear that which scholarship must be chosen by a student. So I have grouped the question into 4 different sections, which is like what degree am I applying for? Am I applying for an undergraduate or master's or PhD? And the next session will be which country am I from? So today I'm focusing on the scholarships for Indian students. And the next section will be what is my field of specialization, because depending on the field of specializations, the scholarships received may be different. And the next section will be what are the other benefits which I can get from a scholarship, such as job, internships, social work opportunities, etc. So the scholarships offered are I have grouped those scholarships under 4 different sections for easily understanding the structure. So the sections are institutional scholarships and stipends, government scholarships, sponsored scholarships, and project funding. So let's get into institutional scholarships and stipends and know more brief about that. So institutional scholarships and stipends are generally offered by your university which you are applying for, and stipend will be provided by the advisor or the professor under whom you are choosing to work. So for institutional scholarships and stipends, undergraduate students will be receiving only the tuition waiver and or the monthly stipend of maximum of 10,000 NT dollars. This can be purely decided by the professor either to provide you with the monthly stipend or not provide you with the monthly stipend. This is only for the undergraduate students. And for master students and doctoral degree students, they will be receiving a monthly stipend. And the master students will be receiving a tuition waiver along with the monthly stipend of maximum of 30,000 NT dollars. And for PhD students, they'll receive a tuition waiver plus monthly stipend of maximum of 40,000 NT dollars. A point to be noted in this institutional scholarships and stipend are the main thing is the scholarship applications will be reviewed each year, and it can be either discontinued or continued depending on the performance of the student in the coursework and also the research area. So the next topic is government scholarships. So first of all, let's see about what are all the scholarships offered by Taiwan government for Indian students. And today I'm just focusing only on the degree related Taiwan government scholarships. So the first one is the most popular one, which is MOE Taiwan Scholarship, which is the Ministry of Education, sponsored by the Ministry of Education of Taiwan. And for master students, the beneficial year, the scholarship will be provided for 2 years, and for PhD students, the scholarship will be provided for 3 years. And the monthly stipend for these years, as mentioned, will be 20,000 NT dollars, irrespective of the course, either master's or PhD. And they'll also be covering your tuition and miscellaneous expenses of maximum up to 40,000 NT dollars per semester. So if the expense of the tuition and miscellaneous goes beyond 40,000 NT dollars, the student is responsible for covering the rest of the amount. And the application period for this particular scholarship will be from February 1 to March 31, which is subject to change depending on the MOE department. And the link for applying the scholarship is given in the slide. And let's go into the next scholarship, which is Taiwan ICDF scholarship, which is International Cooperation and Development Fund. So this is also a government scholarship, and you'll be getting much more benefits when compared to the MOE Taiwan scholarship and ICDF. So here, ICDF will be providing you with a full funded scholarship along with your return airfare, housing, tuition fees and credit fees, with insurance, textbook costs and a monthly allowance. But the main restriction or the disadvantage in this scholarship is there are only 30 programs offered by 21 partner universities. So you must be enrolled either in one of these 30 programs to receive or even for applying the ICDF scholarship. So let's see about the allowance of the scholarship, which is for undergraduate program, you'll be receiving 12,000 NT dollars per month. And for master students, they'll be receiving 50,000 NT dollars per month. And for PhD program, each student will be receiving 17,000 NT dollars per month. And the application dates will be from the beginning of the year to 15th of March. And I'll like to specify again that the dates are subject to change. So please go and check the websites frequently. The next one is the Academia Sinica Taiwan International Graduate Program, which is popularly known as TIGP program, and most of the Indian students prefer TIGP program for coming to Taiwan. So in this scholarship, the benefits and allowance are the monthly stipend will be for about $34,090 and the duration will be 3 years. And the main point to be noted is this scholarship is available only for doctoral students and not for undergraduate or masters. And the application period will be from November to February 1 of the following year. And the link is mentioned below. And the next one is MOFA, which is known as Ministry of Foreign Affairs Taiwan Scholarship. And here, I'll explain it a little bit more detail. This is more popular among the art students because for arts degrees, they are forced to learn Mandarin because for the interactive kind of subjects which you take, for social work, you need to interact with people and you must know Mandarin for interacting with the locals here. So you will get a chance to learn Mandarin with the scholarship provided by MOFA. So the duration for learning Chinese program or the Mandarin and language enrichment program, the duration will be 1 year and you'll be receiving a monthly stipend for $25,080. And for degree programs, after the completion of your Mandarin language enrichment program, you can even continue the scholarship and apply again for the degree programs offered by MOFA. So undergraduate programs will be provided with the scholarship for 4 years maximum, and master programs will be provided with a scholarship with of 2 years maximum, and for a doctoral program it will be 4 years maximum. And the monthly stipend you will be receiving is around $30,080 for each and every program, like even for undergraduate, masters, and doctoral programs. And the application period will be from February to March 1, which is subjected to change. And you can see the other details about this scholarship in the link mentioned. And the next one is Allied Scholarship for University Lecturers from South and Southeast Asia. So this scholarship is particularly for current lecturers at the university or college. Those people who are working as lecturers currently in some university or college, and if they want to pursue their higher education in Taiwan, they can choose this scholarship. So if they want to do their higher education or they want to do their masters, the scholarship will be for 2 years, and for PhD, the scholarship will be for 3 years. And the monthly stipend will be around $25,080, which may change depending on the universities you are applying for. It can be vary from $20,000 to $25,080. So this scholarship has to be applied through your respective universities. So the next one is Ministry of Science and Technology Scholarship, which is MOST scholarship. And the duration of this scholarship will be for 2 years for masters and 3 years for PhD. And the monthly stipend will be around $30,080, and the application period is as similar to the other Taiwan government scholarships, which is February 1 to March 31. And the most, you can see for all the Taiwan scholarship, whichever I have mentioned, except the Allied scholarship, every scholarship you have to apply before coming to Taiwan, because for all the scholarships related to Ministry of Ministry of Science and Technology or Ministry of Education, whichever is related to Taiwan government scholarship, you will be awarded the scholarship back in your home country, which is India, and you will be coming with the proof of scholarship to your university, and then you will be provided with the scholarship. If you do not complete this process back in India, you will not be considered as eligible for receiving the scholarship. So kindly note the point that you must apply for the scholarship back in India, and these scholarship can be applied only for once. If you are entering into Taiwan for the first time, you will receive this scholarship, and if you are doing your degree again in Taiwan, you cannot receive these scholarships. So the next one is sponsored scholarships. Sponsored scholarships are mainly I have clearly mentioned in the title because it's sponsored by either some research institutes or from any association or like some clubs like Rotary Club. So the first one, let's see about the ITRI and University Coordinated Graduate Program, ITRI, which is the Industrial Technology Research Institute in Taiwan. So this scholarship must be applied when you apply for your graduate program in your university, and you must cross-check that whether your university has a tie-up with ITRI, because as you can see, along with the monthly stipend of 10,000 NT dollars, they provide you with some other benefits which I have mentioned in the beginning of my talk. Like the benefits are you have a chance to do an internship in ITRI during your summer vacation, and during your internship you will be receiving monthly salary of 35,000 NT dollars for master student and 45 to 65,000 NT dollars for PhD students, and also you'll be provided with one-way air ticket to Taiwan. So as I have mentioned before, like you have to apply for this program when you apply for the degree to your respective university, because the application will be reviewed by the respective university and also ITRI. And the next one is Northern Stream of Nanyang Talents, Taipei City ICT Southern Diamond Talent Convergence Plan. So in this scholarship, the duration will be 2 years for masters and 4 years for PhD. Here there is a slight change when compared to the other scholarships. You are receiving PhD scholarships for 4 years. And the scholarship benefits are tuition fees will be covered up to 80,000 NT dollars per year. So again, there is a point to be noted, because if your expense of the tuition fees goes beyond 80,000 NT dollars, the rest of the coverage, rest of the amount will be covered by the student. And the accommodation allowances will be given around 3,000 NT dollars per month, and the preference of the accommodation allowance will be given for those students who are staying in the dormitories, I mean the hostels allocated by the university. And there is another benefit, as I mentioned before, in this scholarship too, which is you will be provided with an opportunity to get a job after the completion of your degree, which is sponsored by 12 companies across Taiwan, and the location of your job will be decided by the companies after you pass the interview. And the application deadline will be before April 1, and this scholarship should be applied through your respective universities, and for more information you can contact the Office of International Affairs. And yeah, so the next scholarship is CTCI scholarship. For CTCI scholarship, I will group the scholarship under different categories, which is the first one is research scholarship by CTCI, and the number of recipients will be 15 to 30, and the award amount will be 150,000 NT dollars. And you'll also get a certificate of merit for it. And the next one is Innovation Scholarship by CTCI, and the number of this innovation scholarship can be received either by an individual or team, as I mentioned here, and the number of recipients will be around 7 to 15. And the award amount is same as the previous scholarship, which is 150,000 NT dollars, and you will also get a certificate of merit. And the next one is particularly for international graduate students, which is also a research scholarship. So here the number of recipients will be 15 to 25, and the award amount is the same, is 150,000 NT dollars, and also a certificate of merit. And the last one is Living Grant for international graduate students. This is also for international graduate students, and the number of recipients will be 10 to 20, and the award amount is 100,000 NT dollars. So you can see further details in the link mentioned. And yeah. So the next one is Taipei Tianmo Rotary Club Scholarship for Type A Rotary Club scholarship, the applicable degree will be master's, bachelor's, or even PhD degree who are pursuing their degrees in Taiwan. And the awarding duration will be for 1 year. And each year they'll they can even change the scholarship criteria too. So every year it will be renewed, and the coverage amount will be 50,000 NT dollars per year, like with 25,000 NT dollars per semester. And also you'll be provided with a scholarship certificate, and the application deadline is on September 24. So the final topic is the project funds, which is also a source of income other than the scholarship provided. You can receive or you may not receive the project fund. It's like this depends only on your advisor or your professor. So during your research, you will be working in collaboration with some company or organization or even the research institutes. So during your research, you will be working for some projects you sign with the company. So for those projects, you will be receiving a salary which is provided by the company, and also they decide the amount of salary which you receive. So yeah, with this, I would like to wind up my talk. And I would like to thank everyone for spending time just for listening me. And I also thank TMA for providing me this wonderful opportunity so that I can share the scholarships for with the people. Thank you again.
Thank you, Kavya, for the wonderful presentation. And now is the time for question and answer section. We have a few questions on the time of registration, and here in YouTube Live, and also here in our Google Meet. First question is there any bond which we need to sign before receiving scholarship in Taiwan?
Thank you for asking the question. It's really a wonderful question. And I would like to highlight this particular scholarship, which is Northern Stream of Nanyang Talents Taipei City ICT Southern Diamond Talent Convergence Plan. And in this scholarship, this is compulsory that you will be signing a bond with those sponsored companies. And the bond is after you complete your degree, you must work in under those 12 companies in Taiwan, or as the location decided by those 12 companies for 2 years, or else you will be returning the whole amount paid to you as the scholarship. So that's the signing criteria for the scholarship. So I haven't seen any other scholarship with a bond except this one.
Okay, I think it's clear. Next one is any scholarship for doing internship for 2 to 3 months in NTHU. The specific question asking about National Tsinghua University, NTHU.
Okay. In NTHU, as I mentioned before, like you can apply for ITRI and NTHU. NTHU also has the ITRI and University Coordinated Graduate Program. I'll highlight this again for you. So this one, for this scholarship, you can do an internship if you are selected under this scholarship, and you will be provided with an internship opportunity in ITRI during your research timing. This is available only for masters and PhD students.
Okay, thank you. And another one is, should we have to apply scholarships before applying for university? I think before university application, is it possible to apply for scholarships?
Before applying, I think I am not sure about this to say it clearly. I think you must apply for some university unless and until you will not be able to apply for the scholarship which is associated with the university. But I think you can apply for Taiwan government scholarships even before you apply for the universities.
Okay. And next one is, are the ICDF recipients allowed to stay back and work in Taiwan, or should they return to their home country upon the completion of their course?
They are allowed to stay back and work in Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's very
but
straight answer.
during the stay of those students in Taiwan, they are like it's compulsory that they must stay in the dormitories, or else the housing allowance will be cancelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another one is, I think seems to be interesting. I was wondering what would happen if the PhD has to be extended beyond 3 years. Would the scholarships that you mentioned be renewed automatically, or the student has to find other funding sources?
Okay, thank you for asking the question, because most of the people will be confusing with the current question. It's actually the scholarship will be discontinued, and after the period of award, and you will have to find another scholarship for your degree continuation in Taiwan, or else you have to find your own funding. Either you can approach your professor for some project funds. He or she can help you with that.
Okay. And next question is not completely fit with your topic, even though. Can you comment on the prospectus of postdoc in Taiwan universities?
Actually, I have focused only on these graduate students, and postdoctoral fellows comes as a salary sided people, which they earn from the professor. They don't receive a scholarship. Actually, they earn a salary. So that's a different criteria, I think.
Okay, another question is, after completing PhD, is there any stay back at Taiwan?
Yeah, I think you can stay back until 3 to 4 months in Taiwan, until that's the due period in which you can find a job to work in Taiwan, if you are willing to.
Okay. And another question is, I want to know how to select a program, that is individual or joint program, which will be best option to get the scholarship.
See, this is completely based on your choice. It's not based on scholarship. It's like I have mentioned all the scholarships clearly, and joint program. It's like they have a tie-up with some Taiwan universities, and your scholarships will be decided by the university which you study in India, and also the university which they have tied up with Taiwan. So these universities will be deciding your scholarships.
Okay. And another one, I am pursuing MTech in nanotechnology from Jamia Millia Islamic University, it's a central university, and he is doing final year. And I have done BTech in ECE. What are the opportunities for PhD with a scholarship in Taiwan?
PhD is a research which you have to choose your own field. So first you must, as I mentioned before, you must choose your field first, and you can follow the guidelines which I have given in the slides, and you can easily find a scholarship in Taiwan. Either you will be applying for the Taiwan government scholarships, or you will be awarded with the scholarships in the institute depending on the CGPA. And also you will be receiving some benefits from your department too, if they are if there are some department-based scholarships too.
Okay. And another question, that question actually is related to one of our future webinar. Anyway, I will mention the question. After completing PhD, is there any stay back at Taiwan?
It's like you can listen to this kind of, you can get the answers for these kind of questions in the upcoming seminar of next Saturday, and they'll be focusing only on the stay back after your degree and the jobs in Taiwan. So I think she'll be able to answer these questions more specifically than me. I'll just focus on the scholarships.
Okay.
Thank you.
And if I am receiving the project fund from my professor instead of scholarship, should I have to pay my first semester fees?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. If I am receiving the project fund from my professor instead of scholarship, should I have to pay my first semester fees?
Project fund has nothing to do with the scholarship. That is completely different, and that must be handled by your professor and you. And you can still have another scholarship still, and also you can receive the project fund too. Like that, these two things doesn't interfere each other.
Okay, I think it's clear. If you have a scholarship or don't have a scholarship, maybe your professor can give you project fund and plus your stipend. That's
Yeah.
different case. But with that, you can apply for scholarship also. It's an addition. Okay, another question is, any English proficiency exams necessary?
There are some scholarships which they like. The thing is, they each and every year they renew the scholarship criteria, and there are some scholarships which for which they need English proficiency. Like mainly when we come to Taiwan government scholarships, they may ask for the English proficiency test, and also even for some institutional scholarship, they also ask for the English proficiency tests.
Okay, I think it's clear. And another question is, what are the family benefits in Taiwan if doing a master's or PhD? Will this funding enough? Okay, I think very different question. Anyway, you can give a
The
general.
scholarship is provided only for the student, not for student's family. So it will be just enough for covering your expenses. If you want to provide your family with benefits, maybe you can prefer doing a part time or some other stuffs around Taiwan in your spare time.
Okay. And another one is there any entrance exam for doing PhD with fellowships?
I think there is no entrance exams in Taiwan. They'll be completely taking you depending on your curriculum vitae or the CV which you provide, and also with the research application or the proposal which you write for your PhD degree or for your master's degree. There is no entrance exam for Taiwan universities to apply for.
Okay, I think it's clear. Another one is, what are the general criteria for getting scholarships in Taiwan?
See, I cannot generalize the criteria for the scholarships because each and every scholarship has different kind of criteria. So that's why I have mentioned the links for each and every scholarship below. And the general criteria will be mostly, I'll just say one or 2 points. The main criteria will be your CGPA, which is your marks based on your previous degree, or if you are a current student, then the marks of your current degree which you are pursuing, and also if you are not doing any courses, then it will be focused on your research work which you do and the recommendation from your professor.
Okay. And another one is, I have been working for last 6 years. If I will apply for scholarship for PhD, am I considered?
Of course, you are considered as a normal student who is applying for PhD. So the job and your willingness to do PhD doesn't bother your application with the job.
Okay. And there are some specific questions. I will. Is there any scholarships available for public health, MSc nursing, ecology and environmental science?
I think I'll group this into two different sections, which is 2 or 3 different sections, which is MSc nursing is totally like public health and MSc nursing are something different, and for environmental science this comes under the universities, and the other thing is related to hospital and public interaction. So for nursing and public health, I think you will be needing a Chinese proficiency for doing your higher education in Taiwan. So either you can learn Mandarin before coming to Taiwan and then enter for this kind of professions, or you can come to Taiwan for learning the uh, scholarship provided by MOFA, as I've mentioned here. So you can come to Taiwan and spend 1 year to learn Chinese, and then you can pursue your degree so that it will be more helpful for you. And for environmental science, obviously there are scholarships available, which is like each and every scholarship I have mentioned. I think most of them can be applied by the environmental science students.
Okay. I think it was a very good discussion session, and thank you once again, Kavya, for the timely answering. Okay, and thank you once again for attending the webinar. And if you wish to learn more about the topic, please feel free to email us. And now I welcome Dr. Sujit for handling the second session of our webinar. Sujit, please come.
Thank you, Dr. Anok. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to the second session of Taiwan Malayali Association's Taiwan Career and Education webinar series, Day 2. The webinar series is supported by Mentors for You and Sacred Heart College, Taiwan. Our next speaker is Mr. Ajoy Kumar. He is coming with a very interesting talk, Animation and Graphic Design Industry in Taiwan. Mr. Ajoy Kumar is an experienced animator and artist. Currently, he is working as an art teacher in Mother Love Model School in Taichung, Taiwan. He completed his bachelor's in digital character animation and master's in concept of art for games and animation from United Kingdom. Besides, he did different diploma courses related to animation and worked in various animation industries. His speech will be for 15 to 20 minutes, and you can type your questions either in the YouTube streaming or here in the Google Meet comment box. After the presentation, there will be a 30 minutes question and answer section. And here I am inviting Mr. Ajoy Kumar for giving his speech. Welcome, Mr. Ajoy Kumar. Thank you.
Good evening to all, and thank you, Dr. Sujit, for the nice introduction. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me to be a part of this webinar series. My name is Ajoy Kumar. I am from India. I moved to Taiwan in 2012. In the past years, I worked as an animator, graphic designer, and an instructor in game companies and education sectors. I recently changed my line of work to teaching. I currently work with the Waldorf School in Taiwan, where I teach animation and art. Sorry for the delay. Can anyone hear? Okay. I will continue. Today, I would like to share a brief information about the industry and institutes of animation in Taiwan. And I hope this presentation could help for the listeners who pursue their career in art and animation through higher education in Taiwan. Before I move on, I would like to talk a brief history of animation in Taiwan. Taiwan has actually got a quite long history in the worldwide animation industry. Once Disney's evergreen classical collections, animation production was outsourced to Taiwan. As you can see in this slide, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Lion King, and Mulan are only some of these titles among them. With the rise of digital media after 2010, 3D animation visual effects, and digital media were being promoted as an universities to produce new talents. Here you can see some of the universities. Today's my presentation is more focused on animation and art-related courses in Taiwan. We hope that will be more beneficial for the students to pursue their higher education in this field. There are many universities for art and animation courses in Taiwan, but I would like to talk some of the leading and most comprehensive universities in Taiwan focusing on arts, animation, and communication. This university is called Taipei National University of Arts, in short, TNUA. TNUA is one of the leading universities for animation and art in terms of their faculty, curriculum, and lab facilities. TNUA is the first art university provides 7 departments inside one college, including music, fine arts, theater, dance, film, and new media. The Art and Animation Department regularly holds international animation festival, symposiums, forums, workshops, and other activities. As you can see, apart from 3D and 2D animation, they offers a variety of animation courses which is integrated with art and technology. Here, there are some of the courses I have mentioned, but many more. As you can see, character animation is one of the specialty courses there, which is focused on only development of character in the animation, whether it is a human, animal, or objects in the animation. Experimental animation, which is more popular in music videos and art installations these days. Motion capture, as everyone knows these days, which is very essential in game and film industry. We will add all the information links about these courses in our webinar site. Please visit the site for more details. Next one I would like to share is Kunshan University. Kunshan University is, their course is more designed for games and program related subjects, which is very important for the games and movies. So as you can see, there are vast variety of computer programs. So if you are interested, you can look it up. Next one is Taiwan. I'm specifically saying this university because they are rated the first 4 or 5, but it may vary, for the coming years. But you have to look it up, their website and all the facilities. So Chung'an University is they are more architecture and interior designing course oriented. They are more popular in that kind of field. They provide a more variety of design courses. And here is another one, Taiwan Tech. They also provide a vast variety of design courses. There are some of the leading. These are some of the leading institute for design courses. You can check these universities if anyone want to master more in industry-based design courses. So if you are interested in art courses like painting, sculpture, fine art courses like painting, sculpturing, and calligraphy and those kind of, Cushing Trade and Art School, it's a college. So they are one of the best in the country. The next one is National Taiwan Normal University, another good one. You can check their website for more details. So they have dedicated labs for teaching art, and they have a best facility in the country so far. Portfolio. In addition to meeting academic requirements, art and design universities and colleges require a practical art portfolio as a part of the application process. Your portfolio is very, very important for applying the universities, because they will take you according to your skill levels. which gives you a best chance of being accepted by the art schools. Please check our information site for the guidelines or how to make a nice, strong portfolio. Education system in Taiwan is, if you want to know more about it, it's a 4 years for undergraduate and 1 to 4 years for postgraduate or master's program, 2 to 7 years for PhD or doctorate degree. So please check the last, if you want to more about how many years and those details, please check last week's presentation to more about the education system in Taiwan. We have some important annual events to support students and industry by the support of Taiwan government. Taipei International Conference on Animation and New Media is one of them. This annual event provides local and international students and faculty with a platform for activities in the industrial and academic animation field. This event is very best opportunity for international students to know the industry while they are studying in Taiwan. Compared to other courses, there are very few universities offer PhD scholarship in art field. This is one of them, PhD program in cultural heritage and art innovation studies. If you are interested in researching with art studies, please check their official site. Anyway, we will add all the information in our information site. Talk about international scholarship. My previous speaker already talked more about international student scholarship in Taiwan. I'm not going to talk again the full details. So these are the main bodies, they are providing student scholarship. So please check the previous talk to know more about scholarship. Numbers and amounts of scholarship vary clearly according to the Foreign Student Scholarship Fund financed by the Ministry of Education. If you want to know more about scholarship, please check the previous talk. Animation Festival and game industry who always paying attention to animation festival around the world to find the new talents. The following are some of the popular animation festivals happening in Taiwan annually. These festivals are very useful for the students and expertise for showcasing their animation and art experience. There are many festivals conducted by university and government throughout the year. Let's talk a little bit about film and animation studios in Taiwan. Compared to other Far East countries like Japan, Hong Kong, and China, Taiwan is not producing much full-length animation movies. Most of the movies come from Japan, mainland, and China, but there are many animation and designing companies in Taiwan. These are some of the popular animation companies in Taiwan. So you can check all the information in our info link. Game companies. Game industry. The video game industry has also been booming in Taiwan since 97. In recent years, Taiwan also established their position in the global map of game industry. These are some of the Taiwan companies who produce vast variety of games, console games, virtual reality games, online games, mobile games, and so on. You can check these companies online. Animation movies. As I mentioned before, Taiwan is not producing that much in terms of number in a year animation movies, but these are some of the popular animation which is completely made in Taiwan. On Happiness Road and Grandma and Her Ghost. Probably you might have watched these movies. On Happiness Road and Grandma and Her Ghost narrates the tradition and pop culture of Taiwan during the last 3 decades. Check these titles if you are interested to know about the local culture, people, society, life, and tradition in Taiwan. I don't know how many people know about Ang Lee, the popular director, world famous director Ang Lee, who directed Life of Pi. He is from Taiwan. Taiwan make a lot of cartoon series, animation cartoon series which produced in Taiwan is very limited, but we have some cartoon series. Some are clubbed with Cartoon Network and all. Taiwan's history and a special relation with Japan is the main influence of this cute kind of character. These are some of the cartoon series produced from this land. Here are some job searching website. You can have a look the opportunity from abroad or while you are in Taiwan. As you know, for the students, they have only limited hours to work while they are a student status. Please check those details if you are a student, and that you can find in the university website. 1111104 yes 123. These are the popular job searching website. Most of them are in Chinese, but you can translate it, and some of them English version as well. Here, there are some useful links if you want to know more about the country, and there are some the popular animation festivals, and if you are interested to know more about art festivals and art galleries and all, and annual exhibition, you can check these links. And this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your patience and time. I hope this presentation will give you a brief idea about the universities and industry in Taiwan. Please feel free to email and keep update our webinar series website with your questions and suggestions. Once again, thank you to the whole webinar team to give me this opportunity. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Ajoy, for your wonderful speech. Actually, I also learned many new things from your speech. Thank you. Actually, we already received some questions. I'm asking that. The first one is, I'm an artist, but I have zero knowledge about technology. Am I eligible to apply animation courses in Taiwan?
Okay, thank you for your question, and that all depend on what course you are going to learn. For example, if you want to learn the painting course or any other sculpture course, there is no need to learn about more technology. That all depend on what course you are choosing. For example, if you are going for an animation course, if you have a collection of students, they don't have any knowledge about the basic 3D animation or 3D softwares, you might get some support from the university. Normally, if you are going for a master's, it is better to have some knowledge, because mastering course is we are going to master what we have learned. So I don't think in master courses they will teach you some training for 3D softwares. But bachelor, that depends on the university or college. Some college do, some college don't. So they will they started doing project.
Okay. Thank you. The next question we received is, do we need any preparations other than basic documents for applying animation courses?
Animation courses, basically any art courses, making your strong, nice portfolio is a very, very important thing. So, for example, whatever you do related to art, you can put it in the portfolio, even if it's an animation test or painting, illustration, the strong knowledge of anatomy and illustration and life drawing sketches, painting, cartooning, whatever skills you have. So according to that, they can, as you know that if you are applying for animation has got 3 different parts mainly: pre-production, production, and post-production. Pre-production is more about preparation of animation. Actually, we haven't started the animation yet, but you have a lot of sketches to do, storyboard, and character generation. All is happening in the pre-production stage. Then production. Production is the main part. Animators, they are focused on production. Then post-production. Post-production is the editing and composing and all the stuff. So if you are really good in painting and illustration and all those kind of stuff, maybe they will give you to focus on pre-production stage. So if you are really good in animation, they will guide you to focus on that one. Some people, they are very good in animation, but they are more focused on editing, that kind of compositing, those kind of animation using compositing softwares and all, like After Effects. So it all depends. So making a strong portfolio is very important.
Okay, thank you. The next question we received is, can you tell about the lab facilities and computer facilities in animation lab?
The universities which I have mentioned in this presentation, they have a nice international standard facility. They use a Windows-based platform and iOS-based platform, and depends on which area you are. For example, if you are going for more game industry, so maybe they are something connected with the Linux or some that sort of thing. Software based, normally we use Maya and 3D Max and some other graphic softwares like Photoshop and Illustrator, Adobe, mostly Adobe products.
Okay.
But if you go to the industry also mainly using this kind of softwares for compositing and all. But if you are going for the film industry, as everyone knows that in the film industry and film studios, they have customized softwares. They are developing their own softwares. That you don't need to bother about, because once you get those kind of big chances, so they will teach you. So for the university and a normal, industry in the country, so they use these kind of softwares, which we are all animators familiar with. These are the two softwares, 3D Studio Max and the Maya. These are the more popular one. But for your project, you can use your whatever you are familiar with, you can do, because end of the day, if you want to show your piece of work for your final presentation, they will look at your animation. They don't bother about which software you used. Software is more important. When you apply for a job, in case if you are going for a company, in a company, so they are using a particular software which you are not familiar with, then only the problem. So otherwise, most of the people most of the companies, they are using this 3D Max and Maya.
Okay. Next question. Actually, what about the course for studying animation courses in Taiwan?
Sorry, say it again.
What about the course for studying animation courses in Taiwan?
It varies, which department you are choosing or which course you are taking. Normal 3D animation course, it is a 27,000 NTD. That means it will be more, double in now. It means like I think now it is it is 27,000 NTD roughly. It is not. It is for one semester.
Okay.
So it varies. For example, if you are going for very high sophisticated lab, means like virtual reality, where they are using a latest technology and all, probably your course fee will be different. So you can check on that particular university's website, or you can email them, because these days, every year it might change, and now, so it depends. So I'm saying roughly, it's approx 27,000 for normal animation. So it varies according to the university status, lab facilities, and all. I think it is better check with the university and departments. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. I think here we can wind up this section. All the questions are finished. And once again, thank you very much, Mr. Ajoy Kumar, for your nice presentation and nice Q&A section. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you. Our next webinar in this series on coming Saturday. Please participate for getting valuable information. Thank you, everyone. Good night.